Redskins FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again to Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Check 52.
They'll try and get it with Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott, throw left side complete. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25.
3rd down, here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Randy Gregory gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to
try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking long for his tight end read. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Haskins to throw it. That's caught by Trey Quinn. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the backers. Catch it.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. This time they stay on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 25-yard line.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. And, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On second down, it's Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
You go tight. You got tight. We go 47.
On third down, Elliott. Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Redskins 17, Cowboys 12.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They start on the ground with Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40 and cuts out right sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there out of Geis. And even 60 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins. 2nd down, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And a Cowboy 1st down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Pirine. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll try and run it in. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Quinn. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the handoff, it's Geis, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know